Oh, and a little short. That's all right. What's up, everybody, and welcome to a new episode of East Country Boys straight out of Hialeah. I'm Bobby. Vince Talk. That's Alex, and we have Bobby from the Dive Bar Podcast with us. What's up, Bobby? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, fellas, man? Nice to be here. The vibes are high. Night before Thanksgiving, a little football tomorrow, a little food.
Ooh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alex, what's up, brother? What are you up to, man? All dressed up like you're going to church.
Obviously, I'm not in my backyard. This isn't my pastures. I'm in my in-laws' house. So a little impromptu on the phone show. But all good, man. Just a little tired, long week, but happy to be here. It's kind of like a Friendsgiving episode for us.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we're gonna get into some Thanksgiving. Of course, we're all looking forward. I can't wait to have some of my wife's Thanksgiving turkey. That's like the best turkey I've had. No offense to my grandmother, my mother. They might be watching. Ain't no offense there. And she was making it today, and I was like, "Can I just spank it? Can I spank it?" She goes, "Why are you spanking it?" Yeah, and it's just because it looked. She was stuffing butter in it at that moment, and she said, "Can you smell it?" I'm like, "What?" So I'm like, "Hold on."
You were the turkey.
Hold on. She's like, "You want to smell it?" I'm like, "Whoa, hold on a second."
I'll stuff both.
Just escalated quickly.
Yeah.
How about some stuffing?
That's right. You want some? What's up, DSG Label? Aladino, Fitzstan's at the house. Evan, we hear you talking trash. Bobby, fill this in. Appreciate you. Chef, appreciate you watching, brother, always. Aladino, and of course, Tati's there. She goes, what the fuck? Man, so I can't wait for tomorrow. What I can't really wait for tomorrow is just football. That's what I love about Thanksgiving, too. It's just Thanksgiving football. It's special. And there's 3 games tomorrow. I mean, you got the Chicago versus the Lions.
Beat down.
Yeah, that might be my take because you want to see Caleb. Then you have the filler, which is Cowboys, Giants. Nobody really wants to watch that unless you're a Giants Cowboys fan.
Can you flex? Can you imagine you flex the Cowboys out of Thanksgiving just because of the game, the nature of that game? This is a forfeit, man.
And Tommy DeVito, who everybody seems to like, is not even playing maybe tomorrow. It's going to be Drew Lock. And then, of course, the main event, which is, again, at first, for a couple weeks ago, you might have gone, is this really for us? It would have been a cool, but other people might be. But now you got Dolphins on a 3-game win streak. Mm-hmm. This is their time to get the 500. I mean, this game freaking matters. Bobby is thankful he could skip pregame. I'm taking a break on pregame. I'm doing postgame. But anywho, man, let's get first off. If you don't know who Bobby is, you're going to know. You should know who he is. But I would love just to first, Bobby, man, just get to know you a little bit, and obviously, you got you're doing the Dive Bar podcast. I can't say enough about it. Talked about it before, man. You guys are killing it there. You, Joe, Robbie, a Ghost, and what you guys are doing there. But before we get into that, man, I want to know what got you. Let's talk about your Dolphins fandom. What got you started? What made you a Dolphins fan, or who made you a Dolphins fan?
Yeah, so I guess the guy to blame is my dad. He put me on this road, this cursed road we all live. But so born and raised King, North Carolina, small town in North Carolina, like 1,200 population. Actually, it's funny. My dad was a huge Dolphins fan, big Dan Marino guy, but it's crazy. The local Pop Warner team was actually the King Dolphins. Same exact uniforms as the Miami Dolphins. So for the first 6 years of my football career, I wore the Dolphins uniform. I thought when you're young, you think everything is it's so much bigger than it is. So I thought it all tied together. Like I played for the King Dolphins, and then one day I'm playing on CBS for the Miami Dolphins, but that's not exactly how it works. But yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. My dad was a Dolphins fan, but also it's all I knew. So Dolphins.
No, man. I mean, again, I vibe with that because as you can see up there, you got Rafi Boycios. That's my stepfather. A tribute to my stepfather. He's the one who made me a Dolphins fan. He's the one who got me into this, doing podcasting and shows and everything else. So I absolutely get it. Who was your favorite Dolphin growing up, man, when you did get to watch them?
Growing up, I think the first one I remember had to be probably Chris Chambers.
Chris
Chambers. Yeah. I think, especially in honor of Thanksgiving, the legendary Cowboys game. Come on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Chris Chambers, probably the first real remember player playing in the game with him. Then Ricky obviously is when I'm a little older and things went to another level. We started experiencing a little like, winning. We had a great defense. Jay Fiedler did all he could,
I got respect for Jay. People hate on Jay now. I don't know why. I respect Jay, man. At least he won a playoff game.
Yeah, I think, especially looking back, we take for granted the consistency. Like, he never was that guy, but like we had pretty much the same year over and over with him. I mean, that might have been the most steady years of Miami football when you really think about it.
Yeah.
So,
Defensively.
yeah, I'm a Fiedler fan. I mean, I think that he wasn't a top guy. I also think that makes what Chris Chambers did so many years more impressive because he never had a guy. I mean, he really didn't. And he just always just a unit, man, just over and over kept performing. So, yeah, Chris Chambers and then Ricky really took it to another level.
I love that, man. I think those are great answers, and I'm with you. That's the era I grew up in, really, with the Dolphins was Jay Fiedler, Ricky, Chris Chambers, Aronde Gadsden. My favorite, of course, was Jason Taylor. I was like diehard Jason Taylor and Zach Thomas. But no, Chambers, again, you're right, dude. That's the Chambers doesn't get talking about Jay Fiedler because he was consistent. We all know he wasn't an elite guy, none of that, but he was consistent. And where Chambers was just bar none. If he would have had that guy, a legitimate quarterback, he probably would have been year after year in the Pro Bowl. So if it's Chambers now or back then, who is it right now? Is it Jonnu Smith?
I love Jonnu, friend of the pod.
Yes,
but he ain't earned it yet. He can't be. He can't be. He's new. So let's see. We got it. Who's got that sweat equity right now? Tua is the easy answer. I think, honestly, Waddle. When Waddle's doing his thing, like Sunday, Waddle's back in the fold. He's catching balls. He's doing the shoulder shrug. He's feeling himself. I think that's the funnest football to watch is when Waddle is involved in doing his thing. So probably Waddle.
Yeah, Alex, who is yours right now? Who's your favorite Dolphin, man?
Man, I have a few. Obviously, I love Tua, but I really like A-Chain. Like that's my favorite one. And Jalen Ramsey. I just love Jalen Ramsey.
Let me ask you, because it was a discussion on the network, and now that we have Bobby with us, we got two Bobbies. I have to ask you about A-Chin.
Yes, go ahead.
Is he mid? I just want to make sure with you guys. Is he mid? I just want to make sure that I'm not great. I just want to.
I was in the comments for this conversation, and it was egregious then, and it's egregious now. A-Chan is literally a difference maker at several positions.
Yes.
The dude is our wide receiver 3.
Thank you.
I think he's got the most receptions of all running backs in the league.
Yes.
And he's improving every week running between the tackles. So, no, he's not mid. He's literally like the ultimate chess piece. He's like, no.
He's a legit Swiss Army knife. Okay, Courtney, let me first of all preface that
government name.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go government name here.
Who the fuck is Courtney?
Doll's Diaries, host of Doll's Diaries, back on the network. Excited to have her. But no, first off, I'm asking a question I got from Fitzstanza. He called H in mid. I'm just making sure the guys think. I'm on the opposite end. I don't think he's mid. I think he's one of our elite weapons. So that's just me.
No, yeah, that's disrespectful, honestly. The only thing, and it really scared me a little bit at the beginning of the year, he had the concussion and everything, because he has dealt with being a little beat up. But for his size, I mean, that comes with the territory, and he had a rough go of it his rookie year.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he came back with the Guardian cap. He's been running strong. Dude, knock on wood. Everybody do it. The dude hasn't dropped a ball in like 4 years.
No, he hasn't. No.
He has secure hands. He has the most secure hands on the team.
And that's the thing though, like you're talking about, obviously he's a smaller back. He gained a little bit of weight, gained some muscle, but and you talking about that concussion earlier in the year, but that's, I think, what will help keep him around, or is that Swiss Army knife style that, he can play receiver, you can line him out, he doesn't have to be that go-to pound and ground the ball, pounding, you know what I'm saying? That's something that's going to save him for his career compared to, you think about Jay Ajayi back in the day, that was just to the dirt.
Well,
that's something that I hope that Miami continues to do with him.
When I see H-N, the last running back we had that was similar to that was Reggie Bush. Like that's the dynamic there. And now you got Jalen Wright coming into his own and getting more reps. You got basically Mostert is basically like a fullback at this point, where he comes in when it's a goal line situation or a 3rd and 1 or something like that, which I admire in McDaniels because we've been calling for Wright to get more playing time as the season goes on, and you kind of started seeing this now, kind of like a change of pace. But like you mentioned, you got Achane is probably the two. He's top 2 in 2 positions on your team right now. One being one, and maybe your second most important receiver on the team, which it just opens everything up. Like there is no part of the field that the Dolphins offense right now cannot attack you in. Like I don't think there's a defense in the NFL right now that can stop the Dolphins on all 3 facets. Like I just don't see it because it's basically pick your poison. We used to think about this like 3 years ago, and now you have legit. It's like, okay, you're gonna take the top off our off. That's fine. We'll check down. Or you're gonna check down. Okay, we'll run. We're gonna pick up a first down some way somehow.
No, that's a good point. I talked about that yesterday with Stager, who obviously is a Green Bay Packers fan, and he, I asked him. I said, obviously a lot of people. We're going to talk about this game honestly, but and not to spoil our predictions. But I asked him. I said, as a Packers fan, obviously a lot of people outside of Miami are going to choose the Packers to win this game, and I get it. But I asked him. I said, what's your cause to pause? Like, what makes you go? You know what though? We got to be careful with this. And he brought up Jair Alexander. He brought up Edgerrin Cooper. He said, man, if those guys are out, that's going to be tough because you got to think about Waddle. You got to think about Hill. Yep. You got to think about the running game. And Jonnu Smith. He brought up Smith. And it's like, look what happened today. Those guys are out tomorrow.
Smith is turning into a fan favorite. Smith is turning into a fan favorite.
He is a fan favorite.
In that direction.
I think he is. Dude, he is. He's – and I love, when he talks, when he's on the field, I mean, he's such an impact player right now. And I was saying, he obviously we know who our 2 most, valuable players are when you go Tyreek and Waddle or, the go-tos. But Jonnu and Devon Achane are our most consistent players on offense. You could rely on them. They're reliable. They're going to make the plays. But correct me if I'm wrong. Let me get into the dive bar very quick just to get to some backstory on that, brother. Right. You guys have been running this for about, 6 months now? You guys about, right? It's been going
roughly.
For
yeah, roughly.
Okay. Man, the growth, I told you before, the growth has been amazing. Obviously great guest. But how did that get started? Where did that come into play when you guys got together and go, you know what, dude, why don't we do this? And how are you feeling about that run so far?
Yeah, so me and Ghost actually did a trial, I guess you'd say. That's like 2 years ago, me and Ghost decided we were going to do a podcast. And me, him, and King of Finland, actually. Okay. We did 2 episodes, and then somebody could make it 1 week, and then we missed a week, and then we did another episode, and then somebody couldn't make it a couple. Next thing you know, it just didn't. It was just like, this isn't working,
Yeah.
And so fast forward a couple years down the road, we got Joe Robbie's in the fold, Ghost. We're all we talk ball all day, every day. And it's just man, we all got a decent following. We're all in the mix on Twitter. We all know there's enough Dolphins podcast out there. And that might've been a reason, honestly. It's such a saturated thing. It's such a and I don't even mean it in a bad way. And
no, I get it.
It's just it seemed like something to do for everyone. It's every other Wednesday, somebody's check out the new latest edition of a Dolphins podcast. And it's oh my God. Even so I know when we came out with it, we were just I know it's, but we wanted to be different. We think we have achieved that. So that's the thing we did. So we came out and we got lucky. Soon as we announced that we were going to do a podcast, I got lucky. Blake Ferguson reached out to me and he said, hey, when you get up and running, I want to come on the pod. And I was like, dude, because we still had no clue what we were going to do. I was like, man, you could be the first episode. And he was like, deal. And dude, he came on, and then we got Alec Ingold, and then dude, I don't know how we got Tyreek Hill, Jonnu Smith, Cyril Neal, Jody Fortson, Tanner Connor. I mean, I'm probably Ethan Bonner. I think once we got in the door, I think Blake Ferguson really opened that up for us. You just see a guy on the show, now you're comfortable. Guys, get in the locker room. We got lucky. Blake Ferguson took a bunch of hats and gave them to every person we had on the podcast. Yeah, so it's in the house now. It's in the locker room. It's in the meetings. People seeing the logo. So when you shoot your shot or reach out to people, it's more familiar. And that's how it works, man. I seen yo on there. I seen the clips. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll hop on with y'all. So we just got lucky, man. Honestly, it's just a little bit of building relationships over the years, translated into, luck, really, just lightning in a bottle, just one after another. Got lucky. Just caught it at the right time, I guess, honestly.
Relationships are important. Relationships are important, man.
100%.
Everything.
It's everything.
Man, and let me ask you this, because Tyreek Hill, Jonnu, Blake, you Trill, you've had Alec Ingold, who 2 years ago, Evan always brings it up every post game or every pregame. I was huge into Alec Ingold signing with Miami. I was like, this guy's an important piece to our, and right now he is. When he's gone, he's gone. I mean, he's such, and he, first off, not just inside on the field, but in the locker room, outside the locker room, in the organization, he is a huge piece to this team. But you've had all these guys on. Freaking epic, great. Who would you like to get on next? Like, dude, like when you're looking, you go, damn, dude, I would really love to. Okay, Alex. No.
You gotta rephrase that, bro. Bobby, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, sometimes we say things. Get on next. Have on. Oh man. Wow.
Is that turkey? That turkey got to him.
Is that turkey? It was the smell of the turkey.
Is that stuffing?
It's like, get down and smell it. I'm like, wait, what?
Who do you want to stuff? I mean, who do you want to have next on your podcast, man? Sorry.
I think if we're going for like ultimate guest, like the great white whale, it's got to be like, I'd say Tua, but like Tua is just not like, I don't know if Tua is going to go down that road. I think we'd have, if anybody could pull it off, I think we could, but I don't think Tua is just coming on podcasts like that.
Can you get McDaniel?
I don't know. I always thought, I never did this because I don't know why I didn't think about this. We should have got a couple guys on, and instead of being like, hey, go back to the tight end room or go back, send us another person, we should have been like, hey, what's the chances of you like talking to McDaniel? We never even thought about it. Honestly, we couldn't believe it was happening. We did like 15 players, and before it was over, we was like, whoa, what happened? Like, so like there's a lot of things we thought back on, like, oh, we could have done this, we could have done that. But I think the ultimate get would have to be, just because he's a Hall of Famer and he's at the peak of his career still, Jalen Ramsey. Like, Jalen Ramsey would just be awesome.
I like that. And he's a current player, and he's played in, obviously played with the Rams, and he did the Jags. And I mean, just the veteran experience. You could talk about, obviously he's running Miami, but you could kind of dive into the other stuff too, because he's been in so many different situations. That would be an awesome get, man. And like you said, if anybody could do it, you guys, because you guys been killing it. And the way I thought about it when I was watching you guys do it, I was like, damn, this could be like a run every offseason. Whereas like when the guys are not on the field playing, they're doing these set of shows. Yeah, I think that was really cool. No, man, that's awesome. Okay, so let's get into the game tomorrow. Okay, and I'm gonna start with Bobby here, and we'll get into keys of the game and then predictions. But this season for Dolphin fans, I mean, if you didn't have gray hair before, you had gray hair after. Dolphins, have won 3 straight though, right? And they're after going 2-6. Tomorrow they have a chance. They're at 5-6 to go to 500. The last 2 games they've scored over 34 points, which is great. So their offense is starting to click here. But Bobby, before we get into like tomorrow's game, what are your thoughts on this season so far? Like, Dan, what the hell's going on? Like, what are your thoughts of what's going on with this team? And then how optimistic, after what you've seen the last 2 weeks, how optimistic are you for tomorrow?
Yeah, I think that's the craziest part of the season is there was a time during this year, like Colts game, where like, man, we were at rock bottom. There wasn't, I was ready to like tank. Like if they would just like start putting people on IR, I wouldn't have said it. I would have came on the timeline and asked for it, but I would have kind of been like, oh, all right. yeah. Oh, you hate to see it. All right, good job. But dude, it's crazy because like I said, we started out damn near should have lost to the Jaguars if we're being honest here. Then we got our ass kicked by the Bills and Tua gets a concussion. So like that was the worst part about the concussion game was we already felt like it didn't matter. Like the year was over almost because we was no different than before because we were getting our ass kicked by the Bills again. Like we're thinking it's going to be different this time around. Nothing was changing. On top of that, we lose our quarterback. Is he done for his career? Is he done for the year? What is it? But man, now it's like crazy because like, dude, I like us versus anybody. So it's wild. Like the roller coaster, and that's how it is to be a Dolphins fan, and that's why tomorrow is served so nerve-wracking, because like tomorrow could be the peak of our fandom, or we could be right back here to rooting for tanking. It's really like it's so much weight in every game now.
No, man. First off, you're absolutely right. I think most of us kind of felt that way. Outside, you're like, no, yes, man, we can figure this out. But deep down, you're looking at the way the team 2-6, and you're kind of like, okay, well, if they, we were hearing reports. There was reports out there that Tyreek could be put on, put on IR because of his hand or something like that. There were reports like that, and I think I brought that up on either post game or here. Was if they lose this game, I could see Tyreek being put out because what's the point now? We're gonna run him into the dirt. Then they start winning. They win 3 straight, and the Rams was a good win. It absolutely was a good win because you're beating a good team. Then you got the Raiders and the Patriots, and I get some people are like, dude, but those are bad teams. And I was saying, and I know you Bobby, you know this because you've been tuning in. It's like, yeah, but Miami couldn't beat the bad teams. They were struggling. You just brought up the Colts. They're starting to do that, and guess what? They're throwing up 34 apiece. And I talked about this on the show last night with Dave. There's that added element to Miami's offense now that a lot of people are kind of mad because Miami's not throwing the ball deep anymore and whatever. And obviously they've kind of, last week they started showing signs of that again. But the adjustment to Miami, or the added part of Miami's offense, is now extending the drives, running the ball, killing the clock, keeping the other offense off the field. And of course it didn't attribute to that because it was 2-6, but now we're at 5-6. But that's something that helps you win in December. That helps you win at possibly a playoff game in a cold environment, is running that ball, keeping that offense on the other side of the field, off the field. So I'm with you, so right now, if you had from 1 to 10, how optimistic are you though on a 1 to 10 scale? Miami could make, make a run at the playoffs, like wild card. I've seen 5th seed, I've seen 7th seed. How optimistic are you? 1 to 10.
1 to 10. Look, we win tomorrow. I'm a strong 7.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's big though. Like tomorrow has to happen first and foremost. Tomorrow, I call tomorrow the pivot of the whole season. So like, we win tomorrow, anything's on the table. Right.
Trillion. Alex, what about you, man?
1 to 10?
Yeah.
11. I'm an 11, bro. I don't think I told you this after the Cardinals game. Like the way I saw the defense play while Tua was out, while we were still basically a 1-score game, and against, I know we got demolished by the Seahawks, and you mentioned the Bills, but even the Cardinals, when we played the Bills at Buffalo, when we usually struggle at Buffalo, and it was a field goal decided at the end with 2 seconds left. You already saw the writing on the wall defensively, the growth of Chop Robinson. Now, Barrett unretiring, which most likely he will play with us because we have his contractual rights, Shaq Barrett. So that's another depth piece. The offense is clicking where right now, Tua, and now is the national recognition. Not that we need it, because the most important recognition that you have is your coaches and your players in the locker room. But now they're calling him a magician. He's dissecting defenses. No one can do it. I'm like, wait a second. 2 years ago, no one was saying this shit about Tua at all. At all. It's like, oh no, you can't trust him. You can't win with him. But now you're like, wait a second. He's basically a surgeon going through defenses, and what they give him, he takes advantage of. And a lot of people, what I see these weeks is narratives. Once again, we can't win in the cold. You win tomorrow, that narrative's done. You can't win in December. This is the last game we have in November. December's coming around. We've never really been in this position, surging towards December in a negative record. The last couple of years, we've been 3 or 4 games above 500, and then we collapse in December. Like, this team is clicking at the right time, heading in the certain. Honestly, Kansas City had another close games against Carolina. I know Kansas City's 10-1. They could possibly they could very well be 6-4, 7-3. So I'm more confident right now in our Dolphins, and people can call me a homer, but I don't think there's a team in the NFL right now that can stop this offense the way it's clicking. we have to have luck on our side, injuries on our side. I understand that. That's part of a professional sport. There's luck, but usually people that are prepared are luckier day to day, week to week. So you just see the confidence in McDaniel's, even the way he's calling these games. Like this team is finally clicking on in everything. They're being who they are. They're being who we thought they would be. Like the final evolution. We always mention the tight end. Damn, McDaniel can't get the tight end involved. Now all of a sudden, Juno Smith is the player mostly involved with A Chain. So everything that we said that couldn't happen, all of a sudden is happening. Oh, we need Tyreek Hill to, 200 yards a game. So for us to be productive and for us to win, we no longer need that. Why? You take away Hill, that's cool. We'll get Waddle down the middle. You got Achin, you got Juno Smith. We got Jalen Wright running 3 or 4 yards every time. We're going to get to a goal line. Moster's going to punch it in. Jalen Wright's going to punch it in. Like, we genuinely live in a perfect offensive world right now. Can we continue it? That's the part of it's harder to stay there. It's easy to get there sometimes. It's harder to stay there. That's the part. That's the difference between a great team and a team on the rise. And even through our struggles, if you can maintain the course and you can win out or maybe lose one game, there is no reason we could probably be the hottest team in football in 2 or 3 weeks. Is there anybody right now on a 3-game winning streak aside from the Lions and us? Or is there any other team right now streaking or no?
I got no idea.
At that level? Because I see some teams up and down. I know the Lions are just going to go for it. Lions are
the Lions are hot
on all cylinders. So they're burning. They're scorching. We're hot. They're scorching. They're just blowing through the NFL, man. And Bobby, I told you this, man. On paper, I thought this was the most talented team, both offensively and defensively, that we've ever had simultaneously. Because we used to have good offensive teams, but we never matched that defensively. We used to have outstanding defensive teams, and there was always something lacking offensively, like Marino never had a running back. We can never get it together. Our wide receivers weren't healthy. But this year, now, the last 3 games is kind of how we envision this team performing. So it's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that they're healthy, they're playing well, and everybody is comfortable. When everybody thought that was going to fall apart, to me, realistically, what really saved this season is obviously aside from Tua coming back, is McDaniel stepping in and not trading Calais Campbell. That showed the message to the team and to Calais while being professional with him and letting him choose his future and his present. That showed the commitment. I'm like, we truly believe in each other. We can do this, like mathematically, and we can actually succeed. We can overcome this, and we can actually perform. And what a better year to do it, that you're battle tested, that you go through everything, through your ups and downs. And it's really nice to see it all happening right now in the proper time frame. And like you said, you just got to win. You got to see tomorrow and get to 500, and then that's it. In my opinion, we get to 500, everything's on the table.
And Alex's wife is chiming in. Internal delusion.
Here we go, bro. Here we go. You know what? Can we just mute these comments, all these negative comments? We're going to just remove these comments. We're going to report these commenters.
Oh my God. That's funny that your wife is in the comments.
Oh yeah, my wife.
Yeah, our wives are always in the comments.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Either stuffing and now Evan, you see what you've done, Evan? You see your negativity is contagious in the comment feed.
Has he rubbed off on your wife?
Always, bro. Always, Evan. I'm sorry, bro. I will get the Expos back for you, so they go back to Montreal. I promise you. I will find my way to get the Expos back to you, bro.
Dude, what is it with people that wear X-Pro hats being negative? The worst.
That's
my
right.
Mom came in and got mad at me.
On post game, yeah, she's kind of like it was that post game. I was finally like, dude, when we beat the Raiders, like, what are you doing? And even his mom popped in. It was like, violin.
Hey, remember I was on here last week, I guess I don't know I think it was Evan on here, right? When we thought he shit his pants.
Oh, when he ran off pregame? Was it when he ran out?
Pregame,
He left his car on. He just went, oh, hold on, I'll be right back.
Like, holy shit, I think he shit his pants, boys.
Wait, did he just shit his pants? It was like, I left my car on. Yeah, Mom got really upset. My mother got upset. She sent a video in too. We had to play it during the show. But My car is still running. All right. So tomorrow. So we know, I mean, realistically, we know how tough this game is. We know what the Packers are, how good the Packers are. But let's say, all right, let's put, your coaching hat on here, and we'll start with Alex, and then Bobby, you'll follow up. Alex, what are your 3 keys, man, to secure like a Dolphins victory? What do the Dolphins need to do tomorrow? 3 top things Dolphins need to do tomorrow in order to win this game tomorrow.
Well, I will keep them the same as I had against the Patriots, but adding one quality is establish early. You cannot get down early, and I believe that that's mostly on the defense and obviously offensive production. But I do believe that you want to neutralize the crowd early. You want to put that to bed early, and you get to your style of football. So discipline, and spread, like, just spread your offense just the same way you've been doing it. Be versatile. Defensive discipline, that's also very key. I was actually impressed by Pryor this week. I didn't want to kill him this week. I saw a little bit of improvement in the communication department there. And I think Chop Robinson is going to be huge. I think the D line is going to be huge, getting to Love, pressuring Love. And I don't want to say it because I never coached not to lose. But like you mentioned, with all the injuries that the Packers have right now, there's really no excuse for us not to execute our game plan offensively, where you have the 3 levels and you just win a game like that. Don't make mistakes. So defensive discipline, keep your offense. I'll keep number 1, defensive discipline. Number 2, keep your offense the same way you've been doing it. Spread it out. Take what the defense gives you. And number 3, don't make mistakes. Do not make any mistakes, and next play mentality in that regard. Next play mentality. The O-line's holding up great. Tua, one of the most surprising things I remember we talked about this offseason is Tua extending plays and getting out of the pocket again, how he was comfortable in Alabama. This is who Tua always was. And I know Tyreek Hill said it jokingly, like, oh, he can move now because he isn't fat anymore. But Tua looks comfortable out there. Like, he's not forcing anything. He looks very comfortable in his own skin. He looks very comfortable dissecting defenses at a mile a minute. And you just got to keep on. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Keep playing the way you've been playing the past few weeks, and you shouldn't have an issue. I do expect another 30 to the teens type of game.
He's such
This dude is relentless.
That's already called all 3 timeouts.
before the game even starts.
Hey, did y'all see that? Did y'all see that tweet that went viral and said, "I think that Tua's last concussion factory reset him to Tuscaloosa Tua"?
I didn't see that. That's sick. Holy,
that is awesome, bro.
Dude, but he came back, and you're thinking, man, another concussion. He's probably gonna be scared and uncomfortable.
Nope.
Dude, he brought more to the table. It's been wild. It really has been wild.
No, it's true. It's something that, I mean, he came in and it's something, I talked about yesterday. Alex just brought up earlier, right now during this show, is that chip on his shoulder. I mean, he said it. It's time to kill the narratives. And obviously he came in when he decided, when he hears all the noise. They could pretend that they don't. These players listen and they know what people are saying. And he knows people are saying, dude, retire. Oh, this guy can't last. This guy can't play in the cold. This guy can't win in December. They all know. So he came back. So far, he's playing his best football right now. Again, they're 3-3, and it's not like it's a 34-point offense. It's not the 19 off. You look at the season overall, they're averaging 19 points a game.
Yeah.
For the last 2 games, they're averaging 34. I mean, and it's a lot of it's Tua, and you think of that no look throw pitch, and you're like, God dang, dude. Now, of course, you want him to protect himself. You want him to be a little smarter when he's running the ball. Don't go head first in a tackle. But he's not playing scared. He is that hard of a competitor. No one could question that. You could question, hey, is this guy should he be the franchise? Is he elite? Is he that? Yeah, okay, we could debate that all day long. But you can't question the kid's heart. I mean, that dude is a legitimate football player. Now, Bobby, your 3 keys, man. Do you agree with Alex? You see some of the comments, what people are saying. What are your thoughts, man?
Yeah, Alex had some good points. To kind of go with him a little bit, the discipline thing. I say you just got to get off the field when you get a chance. That's one thing that aggravated the shit out of me with the Raiders game. We can cuss on here, right?
Yeah, you're good, bro.
Absolutely. Feel free.
Cool. The Raiders
Kevin
game,
Hart
man.
now.
Is,
Don't go Kevin
dude,
Hart now.
the Raiders game, they're like, no. We didn't get canceled tonight. No Barbie dream houses. The Raiders game, man, it's like, dude, and we'd get them to like 2nd and 16 and give up like a 15-yard rush. And Brock Bowers just third down, third and 8, keep picking it up. That's frustrating as hell. Like, beginning of the year, we had the number 1 third down defense. And then it just like, I feel like that's fell off a lot. That's been a big difference on whether the defense has a great game or not. Is all based on our third down efficiency. So I think discipline, get off the field. The defense has got to get off the field when they get a chance. And that kind of goes with getting out early too. You got to just get the offense back on the field. Let us get some points. Then I would say we got to make Jordan Love uncomfortable. I don't care how we get to him. We need them throwing the ball. So if that means stopping Josh Jacobs, putting the game in Jordan Love's hands, rushing him, getting after him. If you make Jordan Love throw 35, 40 times, he will have a turnover. He will make mistakes. There's no doubt about that. And then third, I say we got to get the run game back on track. Like we were literally showing up like in Buffalo. We're going to run the ball. Everybody in the stadium knows we're going to run the ball. And you will never stop it. We did it for 4 quarters and just kept scoring. And then now it's like, man, we struggle to get 2 yards.
No, it's right. You know, I mean, and a lot of these, let me just read some of these here because a lot of them, for Brett Lagasse in the house. What's up, Brett? He'll be on pregame tomorrow with Finstanza. But yeah, running the ball, killing the clock, limiting the turnovers, Pandas, stop Josh Jacobs, their run game. It's so shout out to Dave Stager, who was on with me yesterday. He was talking about that Daniel Jones to the Minnesota Vikings. He was hearing that yesterday. It broke today. That was pretty cool. He's also saying that he's a Packers fan, and he's saying that we could be seeing snow tomorrow night on Thursday Night Football. And of course, I mean, we all love snow games, right? I mean, that's the coolest damn thing. And those white jerseys in the snow are just going to look really good. But again, Miami's kind of been prepping for this all year, running the ball, getting used to it. That's been a heavy part of their offense. They've kind of, either whether defenses have figured the Miami's offense out or Miami's just saying, hey, no, let's just make this a focal point of our team. Miami's been running the ball with Achin and White and Mozart, whatever. They could use this tomorrow to keeping Jordan Love and that offense off the field by taking up as much time and then making sure they score. That's the thing. You got to come off the field with points. Don't leave points on the board, that's why, like, I know, some, people, oh, this would be a high scoring game. I don't think it will be. I think this is to be a very tight scoring, a low scoring, not a low scoring game. I want to say it's low, but I think this will be a tight game because I think our defense is going to keep it tight. And shout out to Chop Robinson, Calais Campbell, Zach Sealer. Talk about, consistent players on offense with Janu and Devon Achin. Zach Sealer, Calais Campbell are our most consistent players on defense. Those dudes are always making plays. They're always involved. Brett has it 27, 23 type of game.
The weather might play a huge part in that in regards to the running game as well. And
100%
for Jalen Wright, a chain, Juno Smith. So it's kind of goes to what we're doing actually. So we should honestly, realistically, the Dolphins offense probably won't look any different than it did the last couple of weeks because we kind of been doing that on repeat. Just checking down and killing people.
Well, yeah, and that's the only difference will be is that the type of weather and how, like you said, it's not going to be, maybe they might try to throw it downfield, make it on a play or two, maybe, hopefully, but realistically, running, check downs, short plays, trying to get that positive yardage. I'm going to say straight out, guys, I have this 23-21 Miami, and I get it. I understand people that might go, oh, dude, like, okay, Aladino has a 24-22. I
got 31-20.
31-20 Green Bay? Okay, see it.
Right. Green Bay. I'm out of here, bro.
Just fucking say it like without.
Make it the Bobby and Bobby show, man. I'm gone, bro.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here, bro.
I don't believe this.
No one wants to see. No. What do you think, Bobby?
27-21 is my prediction. Us.
Okay.
For sure.
Let's specify.
For sure. Now, tell me, would it be the ultimate move if Tua throws 70-yard bomb? The snow is coming. just coming down hard. Tua throws a 70-yard bomb and just looks at the camera and just walks off as he's looking at the camera. That would be the ultimate, like, I'm him. I'm him, man. Like I would love to see that actually. National TV, Thanksgiving game.
Well, that's my thing. Like, I get it, right? I mean, Miami won on primetime against the Rams, but Miami's record in primetime ain't great the few years. We know about the cold weather stigma and the noise behind that. We understand December and November wins and all this. We get that. All that is and especially Miami's record, what Miami's done this year compared to what Green Bay has done. Everything works against Miami, but again, the momentum comes into play. Miami and the chip on their shoulder, especially Tua, where we got to kill the narratives. Tomorrow is you brought this up, Bobby. It was like, tomorrow's going to mean something. You lose tomorrow against, it's great beating bad teams. That's good. All great every day. Those are the teams you're supposed to be. You got to beat the good teams. You got to show up that you're on the same par with them. So tomorrow, I think for me is that I'm not going to say, Miami, I think, is going to have it a little more in them. We got to hope that obviously Green Bay doesn't take Miami as seriously. Maybe they go, oh, this is an easy win. And Miami plays up to Green Bay. I'm hoping that Green Bay does that. That way Miami takes advantage of that. I believe Miami with the chip on their shoulder, especially with Tua going, no, people are saying I can't win in cold weather. I'm going to show them I can win in cold weather. And that's how I'm feeling. That's why I'm like, man, I see this I see the close game 23-21. And Miami does enough to win it. And they even out the season right now at 6-6.
Dude, we get back to 500, man. We're like, dude, the vibes are incredible.
It's different.
Like
at that point,
zero is just 0-0 at that point. It's like the season starts over.
Yeah, that's right. And the Chargers lost. That helps. That's huge.
I have my doubts against the Texans. I don't even have my doubts against the Texans anymore. I think we're gonna win out. I think my two doubts were 49ers and Texans. After that, I'm good. See, you know what? Hey,
Jesus Christ!
After the game tomorrow, I'm gonna put out a video for Bobby just for you.
Yeah, are you you're gonna come in? Are you gonna pop in?
Bro, guns blazing, man. Guns blazing. If we win, if we score in the 30s, and we win dominantly,
there you go. She is right there, Alex.
Where do y'all stand on this? Here's another angle that some people are talking about. A lot of people are saying that we might be better than our record. Clearly, we didn't have Tua for a big stretch of the year. We know that we'd probably be 6-3, 7-3 right now.
Correct.
Where do you stand on the Packers aren't as good as their record? They've had a lot of games they could have lost. I mean, they beat the Bears on a block kick, the Bears. And the schedule really isn't that impressive. And the real teams they played, they lost to. They don't have a real win on the schedule.
I agree in that regard because I just gave the example of Kansas City. And by no way I'm saying that Kansas City is not the best team in the NFL. Great teams find a way to win. But Kansas City won 3 to 4 games that they could have lost and they should have lost realistically. Yep. So I agree with that. I don't think the Packers – I'm not saying the Packers are a bad team, but I don't think the Packers are as good as their record is. I really don't. Not this year.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's a wait and see, right? It's a wait and see.
Yeah.
I mean, this and it's true, right? It could turn into a game where, look, right here, Brett says Packers are inconsistent. That's why if Miami could come out with this, because no one, again, outside of Miami, really, I can't see them, and I've heard it. No one's going to pick Miami because, the Packers, look at the record. But they're not taking into account where Miami is at this point right now in their season.
Correct.
The way that they're right now, they're growing on offense, that they're vibing on offense. Their defense, there's some parts of the defense where like, damn, dude, and it's frustrating. Whatever, we understand the linebacking situation, even though Terrell Dotson, I mean, my goodness, what a clutch signing there, and the way he played last week. But our defensive line, that will be a big factor tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Those guys are going to make some plays in the cold weather.
Robinson,
Chop, 3.5 sacks in 3 weeks after Evan called him a bust. You know what I'm saying? Is
Evan on a roll? Was Evan sorry? Because I remember you mentioned it to me. Was Evan the one that brought up a chain being mid, or no? Or who brought that up? It was
Evan got it. I think Evan got it from someone from somebody else. But
and then he called Chop a bust.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was this back-to-back weeks?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Evan, what is going on?
To be fair, because there's a guy on my podcast who called Chop Robinson a bust for a long time. Ghost. Look,
You know,
Chop
Ghost and never
did
should
not
have
have Chop did not have a great start to the season. No one could argue that. Chop looked questionable there for a minute. Now, granted, he kind of like the Dolphins. He started off kind of
Yeah.
questionable, and now it's like, yo, I like my guy versus anybody. Come on now, Chop Robinson, Chris Grizz cooking.
Look,
But-
because and that I understand. We're all a lot of fans in general, just sports fans. We're short fuse. We're short, whatever you want to call it. You know, we don't have we want you to do something now. We drafted you the first pick. You need to do something right now. But these guys are rookies, and I remember covering the draft and watching Chop when we drafted him. I was like, dude, I like this pick. I mean, you look at his numbers, statistical numbers did not match what you saw on film. On film, this dude was an elite passer. He had the elite pass rushing skills. He opened up the defense for other guys to get those numbers. I'm like, just give him time. Nobody wanted to hear it, especially my pregame, postgame co-host there until the last few weeks. I'm like, hey, again, it doesn't mean he could completely fall off the map at the end of the year. Hopefully he doesn't. But again, this shows you the potential of Chop, of what he could do. I mean, somebody said today that he has 3.5, either 3.5, I don't know how many sacks or whatever, and compared to Charles Harris, who got something. I forgot what Charles Harris was, but anybody. All right. We know what our predictions are. We all picking Miami. We all feel good about it. We're all nervous, right? I think, realistically, right? We're kind of like, oh God, but we know how important this win is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into the fun stuff. Let's get off of this. Okay. Let's go.
Sorry.
Yeah. We get right into that. How do you guys like your stuff?
I mean, you get into the fun stuff. Like that's
what it is,
man.
I know who won't get into stuffing. We know about football, Bobby. I want to ask you this. I did have this, and I meant to ask you a little earlier because obviously we know you're all about Dolphins, football. What other sports are you into, and do you have any other sports teams that you're a fan of?
Oh yeah, y'all gonna love this. I'm a big time Lakers fan.
Okay.
Thank y'all for that championship a couple years back.
You're welcome. You're welcome, bro. You're welcome.
Don't count, bro. That was the bubble.
Yeah.
It always don't count when it's not on your ring.
Damn right. You're damn right.
If y'all would have won it, like this was the hardest thing to pull off. You don't understand. But
you rode home with that.
I'm a Lakers fan. UNC basketball, like you can't be. If you're from North Carolina, it's Duke or UNC. And like my dad was a Duke fan, and I could tell you some epic battles. Like I remember one time we got seafood and brought it back to the house to watch Duke versus UNC. And I went and got a shower real quick because Duke and UNC was about to play. I fresh out the shower with the towel on, still wet. I came out because the game had started, and we went on like an 8-0 run to start the game. I'm talking shit to my dad. I'm young. I'm like middle school, high school. My dad takes a fresh full platter of seafood, tartar sauce, cocktail sauce, everything. Throws it, hits me right in the chest. The UNC Duke rivalry is like
right back in the shower. Back in the shower.
Yeah, exactly. To me, the UNC Duke rivalry is like untouchable. But I'm a homer. I mean, I'm from North Carolina. That's just like, if you're from Ohio State, Michigan, you think that's the best. New York, Boston, you think that's the best. So like, to me though, UNC and Duke, college basketball, when the kids really get after it. So UNC basketball, Lakers, Dolphins. I used to be a big St. Louis Cardinals fan, but baseball I've kind of fallen off with a little bit. It probably has to do with the Cardinals not being good anymore. But anyways.
Sorry, I just got freaked the hell out. I heard some woman singing in the background. I know my TV was still going, and they're singing "Oh Sweet Divine." It's a woman in church. It scared the hell out of me. She sounded like a ghost. I was like, "What the hell is that, dude?"
My time has come.
I'm like, I'm coming home. Like,
oh shit.
That's it. It's all over. It's all over. Oh man. And Alex, I thought it was completely rude of you while Bobby was telling his story that you just muted the mic and started talking to someone else. I think you owe him an apology.
Well,
that's kind of
something came up. My apologies, new Bobby. My apologies. I'll
new Bobby.
Hey, his wife couldn't get through to him on the comments, so she's yelling out the window. I'll stuff you, turkey.
You're gonna lose tomorrow, okay? You're gonna lose tomorrow, okay? It's like, okay, thanks, honey. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
We're not gonna lose.
I love you. Go fuck yourself. Oh, okay.
I love a good verbal abusive relationship. Nothing like it.
That's how
it's amazing.
Mine.
It's true love. It's true love.
1,000%.
But you always get the chance to get your payback, so
that always.
You always get. You know what I mean?
It comes. It's coming. Bobby's watching The Sound of Music. I don't know what that is. It's some kind of Hallmark movie or something. It's weird. Is it a Hallmark movie? All right.
This time
My
of
wife
year,
just
it's
came in.
probably a Hallmark movie.
What it does is if you turn off, like I was playing Xbox with my son, and so when I was getting ready to produce the other show, we just did a baseball show. I produced the baseball show, then I was getting ready for my show. He turned it off and walked out, and we turned off. He let it run, and automatically put some kind of random channel on.
Yeah, like
and
smart TV.
It's one of the most boring shows too. It's never an interesting show. It's either like the antique show where the British people are talking about, oh, this painting, you could get this I'll give you the $500 value, and it's oh my god, it's that type of thing. And now today it's some Hallmark movie that was singing "Oh Sweet Divine." Like what the hell? Lakers. I have to ask you then. You're a Lakers fan.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Bronny pick? Like it? Hate it?
Look, it was 2 picks from the end of the draft. I mean, like 4 picks from the end of the draft. Who really cares? Like, I've seen a lot worse picks in that slot. So, I mean, look, you're going to take care of LeBron. You're going to get his boy. It is what it is. They could have that pick never works out. Like, so it's like 9 times out of 10. So, like, I'm not sweating Bronny. It is what it is.
There you go. Was that an English accent? Hello, Mike. I don't know how you want me to freaking do it. Is that Australian?
Everyone goes straight Australian. Everyone does that.
What the hell was that?
What is it, Alex? If you're give us a British accent. What's up?
A British accent. Water.
What?
Water.
That sounds Asian. That don't sound.
That's not Asian.
You said water or wontons?
Wonton. What?
Half a rye.
Freaking Aussie. All right, fine. I'm sorry. Sorry, Mike. I don't know. I
Once
apologize.
again,
I know.
Dude, one more of those and you're going to get bit by a fucking crocodile.
One more of those.
Keep fucking around if you want to. Like fucking Beetlejuice.
Hard to the chest. You fucking around. That's awesome.
Hey, R.I.P. Steve Irwin.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Dude, that just opened up a whole thing. That's one of the ones, like, Robin Williams was one of those ones where when he died, I was like a family member. Like, I remember Robin Williams died. I was like, shut up, dude. Don't say that. What the hell's wrong with you? I think my mom called me. And my mom's actually the one who woke me up. Woke me up. I was in my grandmother's house. She came into my room. She's like, Steve Irwin just died. And I'm like, shut up, dude. Don't say that. Why would you say that? That dude's like a what? That was like one of those tragics. Like, Bobby, I'll ask you, and Alex, get ready. Was there like a celebrity or something like that who died when you were like, that just bummed you the hell out? Where you're like, God dang.
Yeah, actually piggybacking right off the Lakers. When Kobe died, the helicopter crash.
Yeah.
Dude, that was just like, first of all, a helicopter crash. And then like, 2, it's like Kobe, like being a Lakers fan growing up, even if you're not a Lakers fan, Kobe's Kobe.
Yes.
Kobe was untouchable. Kobe's like a hero, like unstoppable. To think that like you don't even picture them people like dying. You know what I mean? Like you don't, when you think about them people, you don't think that like, I don't know, you just don't imagine that part of their life. You always see them on a pedestal and game winners and trophies and just everything is, maximum. So like, yeah, man, I remember that. I'll never forget that, hearing about Kobe. I couldn't believe it. And yeah, that was wild.
We were in the other house, Alex, the one we rented before we bought this one. And I was in my room and Tati was like, she came in because Tati's dad saw it on Facebook, or he saw it on and she actually got offended because I was like, if your dad did it, I don't believe it. If your dad saw it, because he looks at these fake Spanish posts, and I was like, oh, why do you think it's fake? And I was like, okay, well, but I remember she told me, she's like, did you see the news? Kobe died. And they showed me. And at first I was like, there's no way, dude. That's wrong. So then I started going, of course, you go right to Twitter and there it is. Bam, 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 bam. And that was like, and again, not a basketball fan, sports fan, not a Lakers fan. Everyone, I think, especially like you think the Chicago Bulls, you think, it's like, damn, that was cool. Yeah. Lakers, they were cool, with Kobe and Shaq and Kobe and Paul and whatever. But it's like, that's Kobe Bryant. That's on the same pedestal as like a Michael and a that dude's like, he was above every, and for him to die in that way, in that fashion, that suddenly just goes away like that. That's like, damn. You keep scrolling, and then you remember all the rumors that were coming out. Oh, Rick Fox was on the chopper. Alex, you and I were talking. Remember that? We were like,
Jamila
Rick Fox
called me. Jamila called me from work. I was cleaning at the house. I was moving our living room around. I was cleaning, and I wasn't watching TV. I was just listening to music. And she calls me and she's like, "Oh, did you hear that Kobe died?" I'm like, "No, there's no way. Like, there's no way that Kobe died, like at all." And that moment stops, and you start going through you try to go through every source to make sure
Yeah.
he didn't die, and then you realize that everybody that you trust is telling you he died. And it to me, the one that when I was younger, believe it or not, I'll never forget the story because I was a huge basketball fan and I was really young. But Bobby Phills, from the Charlotte Hornets, he
Mhm.
died racing David Wesley. He crashed his Porsche, I believe. They were drag racing after practice, and he passed away instantly. And that's the one that I remember for me vividly, and also the one that hit me the most was Jose Fernandez, the Marlins pitcher,
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah,
that
I
yeah.
had
was.
just woken up and I was with my son. I was eating breakfast, and the red breaking news came through. Jose Fernandez passed away. I'm like, what? I'm like, this kid is 24 years old, 23 years old. I'm like, there's no way he passed away. And it kind of like your mortality comes into play automatically because obviously you're not going to be careless. I'm not going to be reckless. I'm not going to drink and drive or whatever the case may be. But you realize that at any moment you can be one of those. And well, look through the comments, it's true. Derek Thomas, the car accident.
Junior Seau
You
was
say out Dale
devastating.
Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt was another one that we thought was invincible. Nothing could happen to Dale Earnhardt.
Dude, the Terminator or the Intimidator.
Yeah,
Intimidating. Yeah.
man. Like there was nothing that could happen to him. And you're like, no, there's no way, bro. There's
Yeah, I
no way.
remember I was young then, so that one was crazy. I was like 8, but my parents were like, it was a big deal. I was sitting at the
Yeah.
bar on the freaking computer. Another one you made me think of. This one actually was wild because if you were into cars at all, and I remember I was at a bar, I was at a concert, and the show ended, and you could see like the news went through the crowd. It was crazy to see. But Paul Walker,
Paul Walker. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
that
man.
was,
Paul
and it
Walker.
like doing what he did for like that reason why you loved him, like that's
Yep.
insane. But
Yeah.
It's crazy, right? That's what he was famous for, those movies, and he died in that type of fashion. And it was, again, it's just like, I guess it goes for anything. I mean, you did with even lost personally. It's like you like at first you're kind of like, well, wait a second, are you sure? And you're trying, like you say, Alex, it's like with celebrity, like you think of Kobe, you're going to every avenue to try to see, like, wait a second, does this guy? Maybe they say no, we're having conflicting reports, and you're not seeing it. Everyone's saying, and it's like, God dang, yeah, Paul Walker dying was bad too. That was a shocker.
And it's crazy. I heard my wife when he died. That's the thing. Like they become part of who you are. Like they become part of engraved into your DNA because you grew up loving a certain thing, and it tends to happen that it usually always happens like every 5 to 10 years. There's a significant. I mean, people pass away on a daily basis, family members, everything, but there's a significant passing globally that everybody will always remember where they were, what they were doing, what they were eating, and that day stops for you. Owen Hart, that's true. If you saw that live, that must be.
Well, again, if you're talking about wrestlers, Owen
Yep.
Hart, Eddie Guerrero, I
Eddie
think was a
Guerrero.
shock.
Eddie
Eddie
Guerrero.
Guerrero.
That was bad, and then of course, we don't say it now, but Benoit, that was pretty like, whoa, and then you find out why, and you're like, oh, and you're like, oh, that was pretty.
That one was
That's
wild.
true.
That was so random because you didn't.
Ledger.
He just appeared up and he said it, and you're like, damn. And then the next day, you're like, oh, he did this, and you're like, oh crap, that's pretty damn shocking. But no, Robin Williams, just because that dude was like that. You talk about his movies, and that was like a comfort food. You're like, just turn on a Robin Williams movie, and you enjoy it, and then you find out why he died or how he died, and it's like, damn.
Yeah, that's why that one was sad because he spends his whole life making other people happy, and you never realize somebody's that like going through what they're going through. Like you would have never guessed that. They're like the happiest dude, brought the most joy to the world, is struggling like that. Another one very similar to that situation was Chester Bennington.
Yes.
The lead singer for Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Same deal,
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior was shocking. Just because he was on TV one night and then he died the next day. That was crazy. He had a major heart attack. That was sick. But anyway, let's lighten the mood. I mean, my bad. I blame Bobby for that. He got us into it.
That was
New Bobby.
he's drinking his scotch. Well, let's talk about crocodiles and shit. Like, oh, talking about dying.
Dude, okay, mate.
Let's get something better, Mike. All right, let's do some random questions, and these are some of me and Alex's favorite random questions. So, one thing we have to ask, because it's always a topic for us, Bobby, is what is your favorite cereal? What is your go-to cereal?
I'm gonna have to give you more than one because I shuffle them. Like everybody knows that's how cereal works. Like you shuffle them. So like coming right out the gate, gotta go with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. A sleeper, I'm really big on Honey Smacks.
Okay. Yep.
I just do the crunch and then they get soggy by the end. You get both, like it's nice. And then third, I can go with the OG. I could always go with Fruity Pebbles. The OG Fruity Pebbles is like everyone knows that taste. Or no, I'll go with OG Fruity Pebbles.
I will say Honey Smacks. Talking about Ralph there, that's one of my favorite memories growing up. Is he would make the Honey Smacks, like he'd make a milkshake.
Yeah,
growing up, you remember the Honey Smacks, right?
Yep.
And that would always be like it would be like a special occasion. You guys want a milkshake, and you make the Honey Smacks and with the dude, what a memory! What a memory! Is it Alex? You want to refresh our memories, man? What favorite cereals?
Well, with me, remember, bro, my cereals. I know a lot of people don't do what I do. I mix every day. I mix 4 to 5 cereals in one bowl. So I got there. I don't know what they're called because obviously all my cereals are Walmart ones. So it's multi-meal, but it's a honey one, but it's like it looks like a huge Cheerio that Walmart has. I'm gonna take a picture. I'm gonna send it to you today because I'm not gonna forget. I put a little Frosted Flakes as my base. I like my Frosted Flakes as my base. I put the honey one. I put Cinnamon Toast Crunch. That's my third cereal. Boom. Now they have a vanilla raisin bran that I bought. I love raisin brands and the dark oat. And then on the top, I put vanilla almond wake, which is like shaved almond with like vanilla frosted
hard.
ones. And then I put oatmeal, like the oats. I put like cold oats on top. When I make my cereal, I'm gonna take
Yes.
Hey, you got a bag for your buck, bro. Those bags are huge, man.
Yeah, they are.
You got bags this big of cereal.
Yeah.
Sugar Bear Apple Jacks. Oh man.
Hey, honorable mentions. Captain Crunch.
Yes. Cocoa Puffs.
Lucky Charms.
Ooh, Lucky Charms.
Yeah, Lucky Charms. I got that the other day. A couple weeks back. I found it. I was like, I'm gonna buy this, and it was like the best. It was like it just brought you back.
And then like
Captain
ones
Crunch
that
always
go
cuts the roof of my mouth. I don't know why. I get mad at the end. I'm like,
I love also corn pops. I don't know if you guys ever ate corn pops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Pops. That's right there with Honey Smacks for me. They can go either way. They do the same thing for me. Golden Grams. Brett, get out of here, dude. You're showing your age. Golden Grams. Come on, bro. Your cereal takes about as bad as your football takes.
Whoa! Brett, co-host.
Boy came here with the Golden Grams.
And okay, and new Bobby. This is what I always tell my people. I don't know if you ever had this tradition. Us, and especially in the Cuban community, the Latin community.
Okay.
Our grandparents never bought Frosted Flakes. Like that didn't exist. It was always cornflake, which is cornflakes, and just spoons full of sugar that then turned into a sugary milkshake with all the excrement of your Fruity Pebbles and this and that. And at the end, you would eat your cereal super fast just so you can scoop the sugar with a little bit of milk at the end and just eat a spoonful of sugars and diabetes.
Yep. That's Hialeah. That's Hialeah. They buy the corn flakes and then you gotta or the Rice Krispies with it wasn't sweet and you have to pour the pure sugar on there and eat it, and then at the end you scoop and you're like, you eat pure sugar at the end.
Yeah, bro. It's like this is very healthy. I had a great breakfast this morning.
Bobby hates Oreos. Evan keeps saying talk 5 Oreos, crush them, and half liter of milk. Now that's interesting. I've talked about, man, I've done it before. It was one of those. I love Oreos. I'm not ashamed, whatever. But I have done it. It's like, man, I wonder if you put Oreos in a bowl and pour the milk and then just kind of scoop it, and they're all soggy. That is legit Like that is
I can
like
see that. I can
And
see
my
that.
wife asked this question, and I think it's legit because if you do this the opposite way, you're just inhumane. Like you don't know what you're doing. Do you pour the milk first or the cereal? You
Cereal
gotta pour
first.
the cereal first, man. Yeah,
Yes,
we
because you got
talked
to
about this
cover
the
it.
other.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought
There's
about this the
no
other day because
way.
we talked about this. You know, it's like, okay, oh, no, wait, stop. Okay, so we all know cereal then milk. Don't people doing random shit.
No,
Okay,
man.
Bobby, I have to ask you, and you probably saw this already, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Explain, how do you take a pill when you got to take a, like if you got a headache, you want to take an Advil or something? How do you take a pill?
I take the pill, I'll stick it on my tongue, and then I just take a swallow of whatever like I would normally.
All right, so my wife's the oddball. I get it now. Dude,
She supplies it first.
she pours the water, man, holds it, throws the pill, and
Like
licks
a
her
lazy
head back.
river.
When I'm trying to be lazy or like quick at the gym and I'm taking a pre-workout, I will use that method. I'll put the water in my mouth and just a scoop real quick and put it down.
Well, okay,
Okay.
but that's that. Yeah, but a pill, it's like, and but what happened was she went like this the other day. I was standing there on the stoop in my room, and she's like, oh, you know, and she takes a pill and she going like this. She's go, and I'm like, what do you do? It's so big. It's like, first of all, I'm like, wait a second, I'm like, you know, but I'm like, you know, why don't you take the pill first and then drink the water? It
My
washes it
daughter
down.
takes a pill like that.
You better train her, dude. Trust me, it doesn't
Bobby, you
get
know
it
we gotta
doesn't make
get
it
her,
easier
get
for
her
a grown up.
chewables. Get her. To me, still to this day, I love it. They have gummy bears for like adults and like multivitamins. I'm like, has to be the most comical shit. If you're a grown ass man and you're eating a gummy bear pill as a multivitamin, it's hilarious. I mean, they taste good. Don't get me wrong. I eat my son's. My son's has still the gummy
What the fuck you
vitamins. They're
talking shit
delicious,
for?
bro. They're delicious. Bob, hey, we didn't have that shit growing up. We had the Flintstones. We had the
We had the
hard
Flintstones,
pill
yeah.
pills, bro. We didn't have no
You're
gummy
a
bear
child.
pills. Yeah.
Make
Man, and
childhood
as a
great
kid,
again.
bro, it's like I used to have to drink cod liver oil, a spoonful. It wasn't flavored cod liver oil. It was legit cod liver oil. That you had to like. It was one of those that you had to hold your nose, and you're like,
Oh.
oh God, what is this? But it was great. It's great. It really is. But it tasted horrible, man.
It's great. It's great. So, got all those bumps in your head. It was great, dude. It was worth the
amazing.
experiment.
It
My
was
parents did to me
amazing.
when I was a kid. You know. But yeah, no, I had to ask
Oh
that.
my God, Dimetapp. That's the one. We never had Tylenol or anything. Evan just said Dimetapp. That's what my mom would give me.
Yeah, that's what they do.
That reminds me of another question. Do you put your socks on before your jeans or your jeans before your socks?
I put socks on first.
Yeah, I do.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Thank
socks
you.
first. Yeah, yeah.
Pants just go smooth. Boom. You're an animal if you put your pants first and then you raise your pants all the way to your
Yeah, he's
kneecap.
like, what's all
It's
the
like, come on,
struggle?
bro. What barbaric animal are you, man?
There's Brett.
Look,
Socks are
nigga,
the last
Brett,
thing I put
swear
on.
Brett, man. At this point, I think he's just saying whatever everyone else doesn't say. I swear that's how he does his football takes. He's like, oh, they're lacking to it. Let's
I
fucking shit on
guarantee
them.
you, bro. Brett, do you wear those ankle socks like the ones that
No,
what is
Brett,
it?
Brett definitely
below the
wearing
ankle one?
Brett definitely wearing the white tube socks all the way to the knee.
Black
Or the
black.
copper ones, the Brett Favre commercial, the copper help
The
blood
copper-
flow.
Help the blood flow.
He working at the plant 12 hours. He's got to wear the copper tones or whatever they're called.
Oh man, the Brett is following me.
I can't wait for Brett to confirm all this in the comments.
Yeah, he's gonna go. He's gonna come back. Socks go last. What is wrong with you, Alex? What's going on? What's up with this, man? What's happening?
Bro, it's the constant. No, I wear work boots, but I ain't wearing no knee socks.
It was one of the things I brought up the other day, the last episode, talking about the pill, and it just always gets me. Is the when I was talking about when I worked at Harley, and that guy, you know, my coworker at that point, who was the parts manager, he, you know, the way he made chocolate milk, he poured the powder first, and then he poured the milk, and that just threw me off. Like, why are you doing that? That's backwards. And he was, oh, that's how I do it. And he continued to start down. I was like, stop what you're doing. Wait a second, don't continue doing that. That makes no sense. And it started throwing me back to Archie Bunker when I used to watch Archie when I was a kid, All in the Family, when a sock and a shoe, because Mike Stivic, the meathead, he would put a sock and a shoe and a sock and a shoe. And Archie was just like, what the hell is that?
What is that?
And, yeah, he goes, what if there's a fire and you got to go outside and you're wearing a sock and a shoe. And he goes, well, what if there's water and I'm standing with one foot, I'm dry, and you're standing there with two wet socks. And, it's just one of those classic arguments. Mind your business. You mind your business. Coming at me, watching my show, woman. Yeah. Anyway, that's my wife. Let the man pour his milk and chocolate powder the way he wants. But if it's wrong, I can't just sit there and be quiet. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a wrong thing to do. All right. Top 3 favorite movies.
Oh, shit.
Oh, dude, you just.
Yeah, that's crazy, Bob. I need research.
That's a kind of that's kind of crazy for you to throw that on us like that.
Whoa, bro. That's like one of those random in the party. Hey guys, have you ever done this? Like, whoa.
Top 3 favorite movies is that suspect question you ask your friend.
No, I mean, like, it's a typical question. It's just something you got to prepare for. There's I got to think of 30 years worth of movies right now. Look, because it ain't gonna be like, we're probably not gonna nail it because it's off the cup here.
Correct.
But if I'm going with a classic that I immediately thought about, so it clearly must be in my head, Goonies.
Oh yeah, the Goonies.
Goonies classic.
That's a good one. The Goonies. That's a movie that my father introduced us to, and that's a movie that I think all kids should watch. Imagination, adventure, treasure, with that guy, with the big
It's a
head.
good underdog story, man.
It is, dude. It's a great movie, and it's many great actors. Okay, Super Troopers, Full Metal Jacket, Step
Super
Brothers.
Troopers is awesome, bro. You've
Full
watched
Metal
Full Metal
Jacket's
Jacket,
awesome.
right? Yeah, Full Metal Jacket's amazing.
Godfather is go to. I saw Godfather in there.
Yeah.
That's great. Godfather always. Let's see.
what's
Tommy
favorite?
Boy is always top for me. The Sword and the Sorcerer.
I'm trying to really think. I'm trying to really
Goodfellas. That's a good one.
Yeah, Goodfellas is awesome.
But I can see, but I get that though. It's like a movie. That movie is like a good movie where it's like, first off, again, it brings you back to your childhood, and it's even as an adult, you can still sit down and enjoy that movie. The Goonies. That's one of those fun movies, man. That's a good one. Clash of the Titans. It's a good one. That's a good one. DSG label, definitely Pacino, De Niro films. Of course, Scarface. That was fun.
Scarface. I was gonna say Scarface, but like Goodfellas, I feel like that's cheating.
It's like,
we know, we get it.
Like Godfather, you can't say Godfather. You got to say something different. Bambi is the first scene. I guess it right now. Well, there's a movie right now. Actually, Audrey's really into watching it over and over again, and it is a great movie. Really, whatever you may believe in your life and whatever and respect it, but like is the Prince of Egypt, the story of Moses, the one they did the cartoon version of it. With Whitney Houston. That one it's a great movie. My daughter keeps watching, and the music's great and all that. But that's a great movie that you go down and you really enjoy it. 7, The American Werewolf in London. Well, look, see, everybody, it was such a hard question, but everybody's coming up with answers. All right. So, okay, let's go with this one then. And this might be a harder one, but that's what I do. I make you uncomfortable. Your favorite actor? Let's go with that first. Your favorite actor. And Tombstone. Tombstone's a great one. Like, okay, make it easy for you. You're watching TV one night, dude. You're chilling on your couch. You're going through the channels. You see this guy's on TV. You'll just sit. You can watch any movie of his.
All right, I'll go 2 different ways. I'll give you a comedian and or like a comedy, and then I'll give you like action.
Yeah.
So, Jim Carrey, pretty much anything. Jim Carrey, like, come on, I don't have to name them off. Anything. And then action. This could be tough. I mean, Denzel or Gerard Butler.
Oh, okay. All right, Gerard Butler. I'll tell you what, man. The Greenland. Have you seen Greenland?
No.
That's the one. It's him, and it's obviously it's a movie. It's not like it's a hand camera type of movie, but to me, it was one of the most realistic type of movies where it comes to the end of the world. There's a meteor hits Orlando. They thought it was going to hit the ocean, so everybody's watching TV, and then it hits Orlando, and they find out no, there's a bigger one coming, so they have to go get into a shelter. Go look up Greenland. That movie. The Outsiders. That's a great one. Great book and great movie.
That's a classic. What about speaking of Gerard Butler, Law Abiding Citizen?
Yes, I love that movie.
That is a mind fuck.
Legit.
Dude, you didn't know where it was dude, you never knew it was gonna come to that. It was like, what?
And Jamie Foxx being with him, that to me is, which I still to this day I say, Jim Carrey was up there. Diversity in acting in regards to multifaceted and talented. Jamie Foxx of our generation was
Oh,
arguably probably the most talented musician, artist, comedian, serious actor, like all in one. But obviously Jim Carrey is top. Jim Carrey is top to me in that regard. And Robin
Meryl,
Williams.
Meryl Streep is a great one. Meryl Streep is good at anything. I enjoy watching Meryl Streep. Mamma Mia was fun. I don't care. No shame there. Say Mamma Mia's a blast.
Yeah.
Wife judges me on that. But whatever. But Anthony Hopkins is a great one. But yeah, no. Check out Greenland. Lord of the Flies is underrated. I've never seen. Heard of it, but never seen. Morgan Freeman. He's on a new show on Paramount.
Morgan Freeman?
With Billy Bob Thornton. It's one of the
yeah, it's called Landman.
Yes.
Oh,
I saw him, and I knew Billy Bob Thornton was in it, but I didn't know he was. I saw a promo, and I'm like, holy crap. It's him, Demi Moore, and it's the same creator of Yellowstone. So it's
Yes.
like,
oh, so it's good.
Taylor Sheridan.
Yeah. Taylor Sheridan.
he
Yeah.
has so many though. He has Landman, obviously Yellowstone. It's about to
All
wrap
the
up.
1918s, 1999, 19...
Oh, 1980, 2000s,
1814.
and he got what's it? The one with Sylvester Stallone. That one's good. I've only seen.
Oh,
season one.
that's
Tucson.
oh my.
No,
Is it Tucson?
no, it's not Tucson. But anyway,
Tulsa King.
Tulsa King.
Tulsa King. Dude, somebody actually just said something in the comments, and I feel kind of like I feel shitty now because they said Little Nicky, but it's not even Little Nicky. The Adam Sandler is our life. Like,
yeah, he is.
He's been with us since day one. Adam Sandler is. I will take Adam Sandler over Jim Carrey.
Adam Sandler's so good. That movie where what's that movie with the remote? When he goes back in time. Click. That dude, that catches you in the fields.
Heart.
Yeah, man, that gets you in the fields. When I got so pissed, like legit pissed, when he tells his dad, "I'm busy," and his dad walks away all sad. His dad died. I'm like, I remember watching. I was like, what a dick. I was pissed. I was legit pissed at that scene. All right, so you said Gerard Butler, you said Jim Carrey, but you pick one. This will be you got to give me like, let's do. You top three was hard for you, but I'm gonna stay there because I was about to say your Mount Rushmore of either Jim Carrey movies or Gerard Butler. Give me one at least, like Gerard Butler or Jim Carrey. What's your Mount Rushmore of one of those guys in regards to their movies?
I actually want to go with. I don't know. I might want to go with Adam Sandler now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, my son's obsessed with that right now.
I don't know if that helped me any. I think that made it harder. Oh shit! All right, Happy Gilmore has to be on there
For sure.
Period. Billy Madison. Number 3. Oof. Number 3. I'm gonna have to think for a second. One of y'all go off something.
Mr. Deeds.
Yeah, Mr. Deeds is good. Oh, dude, I gotta stay on brand here. Waterboy, come on, man.
There you go. That's right.
Dude, that's awesome. Especially now that I live in Louisiana and my name is Bobby. I don't know if for you, Bobby. I don't know if you.
Yeah.
My whole life I've been called Bobby Boucher. Boucher.
All my life, Bobby Boucher, the water. Yep, all my. It's like, dude, I got stuck with 2. So Bobby Boucher. Okay, Ricky Bobby was another one.
Bobby,
Boucher.
yeah.
And because my last name is Melendez with an L, people go, "Oh, are you a Menendez brother?" I always right here that I can't stand. I hate them because of that. The Menendez. That's so I got double trouble there.
Big Daddy's awesome too. Big Daddy
was good.
But all right. Now, the main event's Thanksgiving.
Boom.
Now, I heard a rant yesterday or a hot take, and people were getting on you pretty bad about the macaroni and cheese.
Dude, that's crazy. I didn't know that people broke it up.
And but I have to ask you, man, what's your and Alex, you, right after him, man, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food item? Like when it's Thanksgiving, you're looking for this. Obviously, the easiest it can be turkey, and that's what it is. It's fine, but like you're like, I need to have this.
Actually, I got a hot take, on food I don't like, I could care less about. But I'll go with your answer. I'll answer your question first. To me, and it's not because it's like, I just love eating it, and it's for Thanksgiving. So I don't even care about it the rest of the year. But on Thanksgiving, I'm going straight for green bean casserole.
Okay.
Oh, my wife is actually making one tomorrow. Like she legit just bought green beans today to make one.
I'll be there.
Oh man.
Yeah. Okay, and hot take.
Hot take: turkey is trash.
Whoa!
You just took a flame torch. You just took a blow.
I know. I was gonna say it's funny because this whole like episode has been based off stuff in the turkey. I could care less about turkey. Now, there is ways to make it good,
Exactly.
and to do it right. I do understand that. I broke that down last night too. If you do it right, turkey can be great.
Yeah.
But it ain't fucking with the honey glazed ham.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's your preference is the honey. Okay.
Yeah, it's just when you compare it, it's like, man, would you want chicken breast or you want ribeye? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got you. I will say again, I can't stand dry turkey. I know there's a lot of you have turkey and it's like, damn, I need something to drink. Alex, as you know, Tati's turkey is she has that flavor.
Turkey, you got to do it right. You got to do the turkey right because it's dry meat. It's very dry. But if you do it right, it's perfectly nice. I still have yet to try. This is my hot take. I have not tried deep fried turkey, and they tell me it's delicious. I've never tried it.
Make sure you do it inside and you put the frozen turkey in there.
I don't even know if that's true, but it doesn't sound right.
That's how all the fires happen. That's how all the
bro.
Message Bobby on Twitter. I burned down my house, you prick.
That was a joke, guys. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Make sure the turkey is fully thawed.
You know how many people are now? You see, I told you it had to be frozen and inside the house. We can't do it outside. It's unsafe. It's not safe.
You have a new sunroof.
New Bobby said it. Come on.
Right, goes. You would need to have a new sunroof.
Yeah. So the water comes out of the turkey and mixes with the oil, and it creates a fire. So don't do that.
I love the way you broke
Full
it
disclaimer,
down.
don't do it.
Well, I really feel bad now because I'm thinking about that one person that's like, and I told the bitch, and I've been telling her all day that's how he was to do it. She told me I was crazy.
Tomorrow he's gonna have no eyebrows, no eyes, nothing, just a face.
What's messed up is that one person who's gonna believe it already walked away from the show and knows that doesn't know that it's not real. He's already
They put the phone down because they're like, I'm gonna go tell that bitch right now. They told me.
I told you so.
Yeah.
And then try to put the fire out by putting water.
Brett, the thing is, for example, well, for me, people not gonna understand this, but Thanksgiving we used to have turkey. Like my mom will make a turkey, but in my house we're Cuban. We didn't have mashed potato with gravy or yams. Like that didn't exist for us. For us, Thanksgiving was like another Christmas Eve for us, which is pork, rice and beans, yuca, like plantains. That was it for us. So legit, one of my first original, like my first time ever having like real Thanksgiving dinner was with you, Bobby, last year. Like realistically, we had never done mashed potato and yams and like we've never done that. My wife did it 1 year here at my in-laws, kind of like a makeshift to kind of have like, more American style Thanksgiving. And I look forward to it. My wife's going to make the green bean casserole, which I told her, I'm also part Lebanese. So like we have a plate, which is like the green beans, but in tomato sauce and like spices. So that's how I've always eaten my green beans. I've never had green bean casserole. So I'm going to try tomorrow, see how it goes. My mother-in-law makes a corn souffle. What? That's a lie. What are you talking about? It's a lie. What are you talking about?
I've had deep fried turkey, Brett. It's good. It's crispy on the outside. It's real juicy and it holds all the moisture in. Deep fried turkeys are good.
Okay, you see, now I'm gonna go buy a frozen one. I'm gonna tell my wife, let's heat this up in the house. I'm gonna get home tonight. I'm gonna put that shit in and see where the house goes.
Hey, keep it clean. Like we
What?
don't know what you get home. Put that in. I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
American authenticity. I'm not talking about desserts and all that, like sweet potato pie and all that. I'm like, when have we ever had like a legit Thanksgiving?
We always have an American.
Man,
American Thanksgiving.
This is what Alex does, guys. I apologize. He always
unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
Now, Canada is not Thanksgiving tomorrow, right?
No,
they don't
that's
have
why
Thanksgiving.
Evan got
Okay.
on me about missing pregame tomorrow. He's like, what are you doing?
Which,
Like, I said,
by the
dude, I'm
way,
having
I got a
Thanksgiving. Man.
question. Now that he said Flanagan's, the other day, like a week ago, we went to Flanagan's, and they have a picture of what their Thanksgiving meal will be, and it's a slice of turkey, like submerged in gravy, like in a pool of gravy. I have a question. I love gravy with my mashed potato. Do you guys put the gravy on the turkey as well, or the jam on the turkey? And what is the right amount of gravy where it doesn't just turn nasty and it's like a pool?
I don't think there's a limit to the gravy, man.
No? Okay.
If
Do
you
like
like
the
it, you
white
like
gravy,
it.
regular gravy?
For Thanksgiving, I guess you're going with the brown gravy.
Okay. Gotcha.
And I'll do like I'll make my plate and then just take the gravy and kind of like
Spread it over there.
yeah,
Everything.
hit it on the stuffing, the potatoes, and the
Okay.
turkey.
Okay.
To me, gravy belongs on the mashed potatoes. That's it. I'm one of those, like, you can't change it up on me. Like, my wife was like, what if we did this with, because I forgot what she had made, and she'll remember now. She made something. Tati made something the other day, and it was good. Oh my gosh, the steak sandwiches. She made the steak sandwiches that Ralph makes. I mean, Bobby, the shit's legit, man. On the Cuban bread, she seasoned the fucking steak so good with oranges and all this stuff, and then she put ketchup in. You could put onions on them, but I put the potato chips on there, the fried potato chips. It was really good. And she's like, and I was like, oh my gosh, I had 2 servings of it. I was like, this is amazing. And she said, what if I put this on the turkey? And I was like, don't. You make the turkey the way you make it every year. Don't change it. Don't do that.
You got to try new things, man.
Bullshit. You don't try that on a holiday. That's the day you do it.
Man.
You do it on hey, on Thursday, we're going to try. I bought myself a small turkey.
On a holiday, no. On a holiday.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. What are you talking about? What do you
mean? Wait. So not only are people eating turkey on Thanksgiving, people actually just I think I'm gonna make a turkey today.
Yeah, some people. Yeah,
I actually said that to her today. I was like, I was saying how, like, I'll have a turkey sandwich, and it's like, man, it doesn't touch the turkey she makes. Like, I was like, man, I wish it was like that good. And she's like, well, she's like, I could buy one, but then it's like, it doesn't mean as much when you have Thanksgiving dinner. It's like, yeah, that's true. So that's why for me, it's like, don't mess with the food. Leave the food alone. Like, if you want to try that, go buy an extra one, and like a couple months from now, buy an extra one and do it with that. And that way I can test and go, actually, this is damn good. Or I might go, not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? But don't mess around with, like, come on, don't do that. I'm just saying. Bobby likes cranberry jelly straight out of the can. Whatever. I don't give a shit. It's good. That stuffing.
That's insane, bro.
I've never even used the cranberry sauce.
It's good. It's like you have some salt and you get a little bit of sweet. It's like the perfect. You know what I'm saying?
It makes sense.
It's all good. It's just saying. Leftover turkey's clutch. It is. Yeah,
it is.
Turkey the next day.
That's like leftover pork for us.
If you got like the leftover Hawaiian rolls.
Oh,
and then you just slap some little turkey on there. You just live off that for like 4 days. Dip it in some gravy.
Oh, dude. That's the thing. Thanksgiving, it's like you make dinner, but you're making it for the rest of the week. You have that lunch. For Cubans, we use
nacho. Naranja for us, yes. Naranja is a bigger orange and it's sour. And that's how we season pork. It also is called mojito.
It was great. Like Tati, I mean, she homemade it. She didn't go buy it out, and she made, because I don't know if she didn't go to the store, but she did it. And I remember she was like, she asked me to crush the lemons for her.
Yeah,
and she did. And I mean, dude, it was legit.
Oh, because she made it
homemade.
Oh, okay. I thought she got the fruit, like, because we have the actual fruit here, where it's the legit seasoning, naranja agria. I thought okay, I get it.
No, homemade, made it homemade. Yeah. It was really good.
I don't know what Brett's talking about down here, but Bobby is apparently a sub with turkey stuffing, cranberry sauce. It's amazing. It sounds like Bobby would like it, but it also sounds wild.
Well, again, let me break some news for you, Bobby. Is again, like, for me, my thing is like, okay, go to Subway. Oh, let me ask you this. You go to Subway, how do you order your sandwich? What's your sandwich?
Subway?
Any sandwich place. What,
Jersey Mike's, I get the Club Supreme, no tomatoes, Mike's Way.
My man.
Mike's Way, add pickles and banana peppers.
Okay. So I Jimmy John's is good. Whatever, I do the same thing there. Actually, I add lettuce and tomato there. I'm cool with it. It's like fresh. But I go to Subway. I stand behind these line of people and they're ordering. Shut the Tati. Let me finish the story before you start spoiling shit. I go there. I see everybody's like, oh, add onions and pickles, and then put some salt, and then put some pepper, and then put like Jesus. Are you gonna enjoy this? Fuck the meat. Like they're adding all this extra stuff. For me, straight up, turkey, bacon, toasted, no cheese. Okay, what do you want after? Just mayonnaise. Cut it down the middle.
What are you, bro? 5
My
years
boy,
old?
listen, let me save you some money. Go in your fridge,
What the fuck why are you
get the
paying for
cold
that,
cuts
bro?
out, and make you a damn sandwich.
What is
bro.
wrong with you, man? So can I have a side of ketchup with my sandwich, please?
And if
I
you're
don't know.
nice,
Dip it
and
in
if
my
you're
ketchup.
nice, your wife will cut it in triangles for you.
Yeah, what is this, bro?
What the hell's wrong with this guy?
At least you don't order a grilled cheese,
Thank
bro.
you,
Like,
Ralph.
just go up and
Raphael
order
here,
grilled cheese.
100%. You see, hey, it's better than
Unbelievable,
what you're gonna
man.
get at home. Because Tati tries to make it at home, and the bread is too toasty. It starts
That is
falling.
wow,
Nah,
man.
Nah,
That is
bro.
unbelievable. I will kill you. How much you pay for that sandwich?
Who gives a shit?
That's the problem. You're spending $12. I'm getting
Yeah,
my money.
no.
back.
No, I'm not.
You know
No,
how many
but I'm
sandwiches I
getting
can
the
make for
cookies, still getting the
$12?
soda. It's a meal.
$12.50?
I didn't say $12.50. I didn't say $12.50.
Well,
It
Tati
is
has
$12.50
it.
though.
Tati
I'm gonna
probably has
see.
the receipt right now. She's
In this
staring at the
market?
receipt. She's staring at the receipt right now. Like, this motherfucker paid for a ham and cheese sandwich, $12
Ain't no
and
ham
50
and cheese sandwich.
cents.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. Here I am trying to open up to you guys. You guys just totally shit on me. That's cool. All right,
Yeah, next
cool.
time close up, man. Don't open up about that sandwich, bro.
But my point is, because it was saying the cranberry, I'm not going to put cranberry on it because then it's not the sandwich I'm
Yeah.
used to. I have to eat something that I'm, can't just mess with it. If it's a new food, it's a little different because I haven't had it, But if
Okay.
it's something I've had forever, you don't change it up.
Don't change it up. I got you. You like the tradition part of it.
Yeah,
Got you.
All right. Now let's wheel it back here.
Hold on. Before we forget.
Yeah.
Favorite dessert in Thanksgiving. Boom.
It's very simple for me. Banana pudding.
Ooh. Okay.
There you go. All right.
Okay.
Well, Alex has a whole bucket. A whole list.
My wife makes pecan pie. She's making a blueberry cobbler. She made a peach cobbler for my birthday because I asked for it. I believe she's making my wife now, instead of making a full cheesecake, she makes cheesecake cups. So it's like a different style of cheesecake in those cups. So she makes like 10 of each. So everybody has a variety. Key lime pie is fire. I love key lime pie. Oh, you can't go. Let me see. You can't go wrong with apple pie. Sweet potato pie. I love pumpkin pie.
Pretzel salad.
What is
I
that?
swear, Brett makes shit up. He's making shit up now. Dude, this guy's making
that's like
shit
a-
up.
that's
Every
bar
time we
food,
change the
man. That's a
conversation, he
bar
makes
food.
something up, bro.
That's a drunk man on a diet. Let me have a
A
pretzel salad with
pretzel
this beer.
salad. Break
it
it down
different
for us, Brett.
pretzels?
What is in that?
Well,
Is
not
that
Oreos.
the Asian salad?
Tati
I'm
buys
just
cookies she bakes in the oven. That's just
Cheesecake. Can't miss with cheesecake.
You can,
Yeah,
man.
see, that's right there. Bam, right here. Thank you. That is legit. That's what we
Bro,
do.
it's legit, dude. Did you have this after you had your ham and cheese sandwich at Subway?
Just talking about Thanksgiving, you prick. You fucking layered cereal ass with your budget ass cereal you buy from Walmart. You're telling me freaking shepherd's pie cereal you make on the first layer. I do frosted flakes
Shepherd's
on
pie.
the second.
Actually, I love shepherd's pie, man.
Hey, let me
really
tell
good.
y'all a cheat code, and I learned this. If y'all don't know this, I work offshore in the oil field, so I'm in the Gulf
Okay.
of Mexico a lot. So
damn.
what I like to do out there though is they have soft serve ice cream, and they have cereal. So you make your ice cream, and
With
then
your
put your
cereal?
favorite cereal on top.
Ooh, like toppings.
Yeah.
Well, that adds a texture to it too. Like
So
a
now,
crunchy texture.
so now you got your favorite ice cream, and you got the crunch.
Oh, that is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Amazing. Bob, do you do that shit? Like, if you have the soft serve ice cream, do you like crush Oreos and dip it into, like, do you crush Oreos and put it as toppings for your ice cream?
Yeah, well, I have done that. Yes, that's
Okay.
Vanilla ice cream. You get crushed the Oreos, mix it all
Yes.
up. just
Yes,
put some-
he's been to McDonald's, brother.
Like a McFlurry.
All right, Bobby,
His
acting like
name-
you know
his
me
name
already,
is-
man.
His name is Bobby. He's been to McDonald's. Yes, the ice cream machine was down.
I got you.
I actually went to McDonald's for lunch today. That's what I went for lunch.
He's acting like he knows me. I went for lunch.
I'm like, motherfucker's tracking my phone. I'm like, I work in an oil field. All right, FBI. You know. All right. Let me ask you, Alex. I'll start with
shit.
you.
Hold on. Now that Brett said that, cheesecake filling with strawberries and strawberry jello and baked pretzels on top. Some do the sheet of pretzels on the bottom as a crust. That sounds actually interesting.
Dude, nacho fins. Dude, the burner, y'all might know this guy, but the burner account names have gotten outrageous. Like, there's so many accounts. You see that people are just like running out of shit. So it's like you'll be like looking in your comments or like in your notifications. You just say tuna Tua. It's just like what? What, like Tua Stan wasn't available. You tuna sandwich Ramsey. Wait, what? Dude, people have gotten creative, man. It's like the name, I guess, running out of names out there.
Appreciate you watching though, Nacho. Appreciate everyone who's watching. We appreciate you tuning in right now and commenting. That's the great part. Everyone interacting. It's really cool, man. Participating. You're watching these Texture Boys straight out of Hialeah. We're with Bobby of the Dive Bar Podcast. I mean, this has been freaking amazing. This is a blast, man. Great. I knew it'd work. And of course, Alex, as always, from his in-laws' house. You know, hopefully his phone.
Thanks, man.
Die.
Appreciate it. Feel the love. I feel the love. I love you too, man. All heart.
Let's do this. Let's get cheesy. Let's get mac and cheesy for a second. All right, because it's Thanksgiving. All right. I'll let you start, Alex, because you're really good at this. You know, and you'll probably go for about another 25 minutes, and that's cool. You know, but what are you thankful for, man? What are you thankful for?
What am I? What was that? You said mac and cheesy, and like you just said,
it's an inside joke.
I got you.
Just get to the point. Yeah,
I see. Well, I'm thankful, obviously, for you guys. It was also doing the show today, in the typical Friendsgiving day. I'm thankful, obviously, for my family, for health, for the opportunity to see another day, for the opportunity to live and grow and enjoy everything that comes with. I've never been a big particular one date kind of guy. I don't believe in that bullshit. But I'm just thankful for what life is, who we live with, what we do, what we are, and who we are, and the fact that we get to do this. And we used to think of this years ago, and basically what we're doing now, we used to do, and we don't know whose life we're changing right now. I'm not saying that your life's going to change because you saw this, but it lightens up your day. It makes you excited you look forward to these shows sometimes, for the most part, because you want to hear something new. You want to hear, and it kind of reaffirms a lot of things like, oh shit, that happened to me, or like I thought about that. So I also want to thank the fans for listening, for tuning in, for supporting us. And we really do this not because we're friends, but we do this for everybody else, so everybody can enjoy and have a good time. And remember that it's just, you guys are a part of our life, just like we are a part of your life. So I'm just thankful for everyone, and the ability that those people have to be thankful themselves for everything they like.
Dude, my boy AJ just cooked.
That's right. I it's true. I knew it. I goosebumps. You getting goosebumps? So
Goosey's.
I'm gonna run through the wall right now.
Oh yeah.
Get on it with it. That's what I was gonna say. What Jamila said. I'm thankful for my wife and ABCD. You know.
Why is the D capitalized?
Oh.
Come on, Bobby, get there, brother. You know you can get there, Bobby. We know. Come on,
that poor turkey. That poor turkey, man. Oh boy.
Oh man.
It's called stuffing the stuffer.
I see now why he says he puts gravy on one thing.
On everything. Everything.
Bobby, what are you thankful for, man?
Yeah, man, it's not gonna be as good as AJ's, but man, I'm thankful for my family, my wife, my son, my daughter. I miss a lot of holidays, so I'm home for the holidays. Gonna be in the fold. Just it's simple things like that, man. Just being able to be at the house. We was watching movies this afternoon. gave my son a bath, and was watching corny Hallmark movies, but I couldn't have been happier. You know, it seems like we're just killing time, but it never felt more like living. You know what I mean? So being home, being around the family, being able to jump on with you guys. Thanks for having me. Building relationships every day in the podcast community, on Twitter, whatever it may be. I'm thankful for all the relationships I've gained through it. Even Brett. Sometimes, if we lose tomorrow, I'm sure I'll regret that decision, but because I'm sure it'll be Tua's fault. But yeah, man, I regret that, man. Just simple things. My friends, my family, and just being around the people you love during the holidays, man.
Nah, dude, 100%. 100%. You all, I saw the turkey pic on X. Did Tati post it on X, the turkey pic?
Can we make new Bobby? I want to make new Bobby our turkey correspondent and our connoisseur for turkey. All things you could do with turkey. We got to have a segment. Everything you can eat with turkey, or test turkey as part of, and have him try it. And then go through
This is shit.
What is this?
Man,
Brett, no, be Greer.
No, man, you guys hit a lot of nails on the head. Obviously, I mean, for sure. First and foremost, thankful for my family, my wife, putting up with me, my children. Thankful for, you know, what they're growing into. You know, my 2 daughters and my son, getting to watch them grow and develop their own personalities and doing these things. My daughter's been in a play, she's in choir, my son's in basketball and sports and loves sports. My youngest is just continuing to grow and develop, and just seeing her become her little person and her own personality is just so freaking cool. Bobby hit the nail on the head. First off, just building relationships, meeting people, man. Having you on here is so cool, and being able to interact with you and now get you on here and to just man, just continue this, man. I really would love to have you back. I think you fit right in. I mean, it's really cool. Alex, you know how I feel with you, brother. All jokes aside, you're my brother. You know, we've been this 30 plus years. Thankful for you. Thankful for your wife and your family. You guys are a second family. Thankful for my family. Thankful for Ralph. You know, and God bless him. We're gonna miss him. Miss his phone call on Thanksgiving. My family, you know, thankful for, you know, making me a fan of the Dolphins when I first moved down there, you know, when my mother moved there, and thankful for him to encouraging me to get into podcasting and say, man, you need to do this. And, you know, I took that leap, and for what it's gone to, I mean, really, that's what kind of started this. And now we have this channel, and I'm thankful for, I mean, I hope I don't want to forget anybody, but I mean, again, you know, from Evan and Brett, Greg, they'll be on tomorrow. Alex, Dahl, the OUS crew, Russ Morgan, Dave Stager, Fish Tank Hank, you know, I mean, Josh Wingate, just
Everyone
go, you know,
except Harrison.
Everybody, you know, and forgive me, and just because I'm just going off the cuss here, but what the channel has grown into, I mean, I'm thankful for all of them, their family, because they don't have a team or a family, but just thankful for all of that. So, you know, wish good health on everybody. You know, thankful for you guys, for everyone tuning in. Nacho Fins, I'm thankful for that Casey and the Sunshine Band from Hialeah. There you go. Bob is thankful for me. Yes, I'm thankful for Bob too.
And on behalf of the network, since we're saying thanks, I know I speak for everyone involved, including Tati as the producer. We want to thank you for your countless effort in every day, every moment, every minute, prioritizing the network, sometimes over even family situations, the sacrifices that you've made, the investment. I wouldn't say sacrifice, the investments that you've made for the long term of this network, for you professionally, and you still have made it a fun environment where people can be themselves, express what they love in sports, and just be who they are. And that's, and without you, and like I always tell you, you're the father of the network. You're el jefe. Without you, there is no network. Without you, there is not all these voices being heard. And that is something that's really cool, man.
Oh, brother, I appreciate that, my man. I really do. I really do. This turned into an acceptance speech. Sacrifice is right. Such a
Hey, I will touch on that though. I think it's awesome that I mean, y'all been doing this a lot longer than me, and we only do like one episode, maybe 2 a week, depending on if we got guests or whatnot. The fact that y'all's wives are in here cutting up, they obviously support what y'all are doing. They're involved in it, Hey, that's big, women. Like I mean that for real. Like having y'all do it. I promise you, they might not tell you all the time. Having y'all support, letting them go, jump on here, do their thing.
Yeah.
It's everything. Because I know, like my old lady can shut this down, but she lets me do it. She knows I enjoy it. She knows it's something I'm passionate about, and without that, it doesn't work. So, that's real, man. So y'all being in here the whole show, cutting up with them, that's big.
Yeah.
So that's awesome, man. That's
1,000, 1,000%. Again, I tell people before, Tati's not on here as much. She's not, she's starting to produce. But truthfully, I've had people ask me before, man, how do you do all this? How do you continue to do it? And it starts really and ends with her support. I mean, she goes there, she keeps kids back there. They're doing their own thing. I got an hour and a half or an hour, 2 hours, because depending on how many shows I'm doing, and she allows it, and she supports on the administrative side as well. Just like, hey, I like if I'm working on something here, she's there supporting. So 100%, this wouldn't be what it is without her, and giving me that time, Alex, that it's because of what she's given me. So thank you, Bobby. That's so true, man. 100%.
Trust me, I feel I'm a coach, and my wife, and I'll say it publicly, honey. I love you. I appreciate you, and thank you for everything that you do. Because there's times I won't get home until 10:30, 11 o'clock after a game, and there's times that when I do get home early, I gotta jump on a show, and so it goes without being said. Without you, there really is no us, and there's no possibility of us being us and having fun. And I know, like you said, Bobby, it's not seen on air, but who we are is because of them.
The show's automatically recorded. Go to YouTube. You can snippet this. So anytime you guys have a disagreement, you just play that shit on.
But we always pay you back properly when we say our ABCDs. We give you back everything that you've given to us.
Well, we give you what we got, and it's all of it.
It's all love. This is all love. 2 seconds later, that was tired. I was like, wait, what?
Stuff.
Oh my god.
Oh man, Bobby, man. Again, and off that point, dude, this was awesome. I am thankful, dude. Legit, Thanksgiving or not, for you to take your time. I know how busy you are, and especially now you tell us what you do professionally. For you to take the time out of your day to come on here and shoot the shit with us and just do this show. Awesome, dude. And legitimately, I mean this. And if you're open to it, I'd love to have you back, because this was awesome, dude. Thank you so much for coming on, dude.
Oh yeah, no problem, man. Like I said, relationships, everything to me. Somebody had to give me, time for me to be able to do what I do. So like, there were many people along the way that helped me build my Twitter, helped me meet people that I've met that allow me now to have a podcast where I can have pretty cool guests on every now and then. So absolutely, man. I always make time for people because people always make time for me.
Awesome, man. Alex, any final words before we wrap it up?
Well, New Bobby, it was awesome to have you. And like I said, you are a turkey expert. You're gonna be our turkey correspondent. And it was a pleasure having you, Bobby. Like always, I love you, my man. Fins up. Tomorrow's gonna be a good day for us. A good day.
We need it.
We need it, man.
We need it. Keep Brett tamed on the timeline.
If the Dolphins lose, pray for me on post game. Support me. Show
I got you.
At least in the comments, because it's
is Brett gonna be on post game or just pre game?
That I'm not sure. I know Brett will do pre-game. I'm not sure post game.
Probably a win or lose situation.
There's no taming me. I know Stager will be. Dave Stager will be on.
Stager, man, I love Stager.
Yeah, he'll be on. But
y'all boys stay busy.
Oh, dude,
sometimes I just open YouTube and it'd be like Finn's Network Live. I'm like, what the heck? Sometimes the topic's like random, like talking about who?
It's never
keep it going, brother. Gotta keep that flow going.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, dude. But anyway, guys, appreciate everyone who's watching. Appreciate you all. Don't forget pregame tomorrow. At God darn it, gotta look that up because I know
see too much going on.
Yeah, no, usually it's at 7. And maybe it is, but let me just make sure. I don't want to get this wrong because Finstanza is going to be on tomorrow. Let me see here. I want to miss it. Forgive me. See, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Brett, Evan, Greg will be on to preview the Dolphins game. And of course, post game, no matter what time that ends, win, lose, or draw, we'll be on right after to discuss. That's Bobby the Dive Bar Podcast. Alex Atia, Chiska, Bobby Melendez. Appreciate you watching these Century Boys. Good night, Miami.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bobby L. Gringos in the house. Straight out of Hialeah, no doubt. East 10th Street, where we play out. Here we bring the Miami crowd. Alex, the boy with the B. Step into rhythm, feel the heat. Street vibes mixing with the Latin tree. In our flow, the two worlds meet.